Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays Binding by AFTERBIRTH. Plus, we're done challenges. It became like a kind of nervous tick or a habit. Nervous tick is not the right word, or pair of words there to describe that. To go down there to the challenges page, but we don't need to do that. What we do need to do is anything at all as Lilith. And I'm stalling for time. Let's do it. You know we're gonna have to beat things with Lilith eventually. 2 DQM XQVM. That's what I always say. It's Latin. It means do unto Lilith as you would do unto yourself, but without being gross, you weirdos. Yeah, of course. Latin is a very dense language. I'm not anti-Lilith, and I talked about this on the last episode where we like steamrolled greed mode as Cain, but I'm not anti-Lilith. What I am anti is the seeds that we've had as Lilith. Like forever, but also predominantly like on the new save. So sure, we've had some amazing runs as Lilith. I just think Lilith is maybe one of the only characters in the game that requires an enabler, and I don't know what that enabler is, and I think that's where I find myself kind of, you know, lost in no man's land here. But we're gonna make it work regardless. We've already done boss rush as Lilith, so I think if I remember correctly, we had a good run. But we basically chose to do boss rush. Boss rush kind of caused me to take a bunch of damage, and then we ended up getting nothing out of it in the end. So we made our choice there. Did the choice work? Yeah, I'd say more or less it did. Knocking out a difficult achievement as Lilith is something to be proud of, to some extent. I'm actually more eager, though, to get back to doing these kind of runs. Not just Lilith runs, but, like, the standard runs. Because not only is it, like, a free... it's more free than doing the challenges, but we have all the runes from the challenges now. We have all the good stuff, all the bad stuff, and all the stuff that nobody's really sure about whether or not it's good or bad. Like Kidney Stone, for example, which, you know, I've said my piece on. But I'm sure over the course of the next however many 100 videos we do of Isaac... we'll get to say a lot more. Please don't be in this item room right off the bat. Okay. I'm alright with this. Tough Love is just okay. But it can become... And in fact, I am not going to hedge my bets with this item too much. Because I go like, oh, you know, it's just okay. But if things go really, really right, it could be amazing. But it's not great by itself. It's pretty good by itself. Hopefully we can get the luck to enable it. If we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. But right now I'm just getting used to the fact that as Lilith, the first floor takes 25 minutes to complete. By the time we finish the third floor, I will be middle-aged. When do you think middle-age starts, by the way? Asking for a friend. Because as a child, I thought when you were like 25, that was middle-aged. And then I was like, okay, that's ridiculous. Not 25, but like 30. Now I'm like, is 40 even middle-aged? I don't know about you. I know that, here's the thing, everyone goes like, well, if you look at the average lifespan in like Canada, the United States, you know, an average man lives to like 72 and the average woman lives to like 81 or something like that. Yeah, but you gotta imagine, those are the averages for everybody. So most of the people dying at the age of like, you know, 72 right now, were born 72 years ago. I would say all of the people dying 72 years old now are dying, or were born 72 years ago. I was born in the late 1980s. I have high hopes that our generation, you know, maybe people my age, we could be the first young male generation to make it to 80. On average, I mean, because obviously there have been 80-year-old men. Maybe we could be the first male generation to make it to 85. That would be amazing progress. So I'm calling it 42.5. I think what your definition of middle age depends on how optimistic you are about the future of the human race. Now, I'm gonna be real cheesed if it turns out that middle age is actually like 15. Because, dude, I'm on thin ice then. You guys are like, I've still got 15 years left. Nah, son. College doesn't even count because those years are lost to the ether. And then, you know, you spend 1 year traveling and before you know it, oh, you're 30. Making YouTube videos of the same game. Oh, no, I am fulfilled by my job. Mostly because, despite the fact that it seems Jim Carrey-esque and inherently meaningless, if you didn't see Jim Carrey's semi-recent interview on the red carpet, I would encourage you to do so. I have seen people they're retweeting that interview and going, Jim Carrey's got it all figured out. I'm a big Jim Carrey fan. I love Man on the Moon, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Truman Show. A lot of his comedy work as well. We're going to grab this for the 5 bombs, and then we're going to blow this up. That dude does not know what he's talking about. He's like, this is all on a... He smoked a lot of weed before he got on the red carpet. It doesn't mean he's got it figured out. It just means he's in a weird mental state. Oh, who are you to talk down to Jim Carrey? I'm not talking down to the ladies there doing her job, and Jim Carrey's like, what are you doing? This is meaningless. You know, we're all just adrift in a sea of stars. That's not deep. That's just nonsensical. I'm not saying, you know, don't dare to dream. I'm just saying Jim Carrey doesn't know what he's saying in that moment, okay? It's his right to, you know, imbibe whatever he chooses before he goes to an event that he's obviously not that big of a fan of. I don't think he's being a jerk necessarily. I'm just surprised by the number of people who are like, I aspire to be as tuned in as Jim Carrey is one day. Dude, you could do it. In many states, it's already, like, on the table for you there. Anyway. Long story short, it's fulfilling because of the kind messages I get, of course, where people go, you know, oh, you know, I really enjoy your videos. They're thought-provoking, rarely. Comforting, that's the best I can aspire to. And you know what? I think that's okay. I really wanted a Spirit Heart to be there. So you can tell this Lilith run is getting a little shaky as is. But we have kind of an ace in the hole. It's Midas Touch. This whole run is like potential right now. It's Jake for Tannen. We don't know how it's going to turn out yet. Maybe shouldn't have taken the HP. Doesn't matter because we got the garbage deal with the devil. Spirit Hearts. Wow, that is trash. Well, we might have some angel setups. I think our hope on this run basically lives and dies with our item rooms, and to a lesser extent, I suppose, our boss rooms as well, but we can no longer rely on deals. Once you get that first guaranteed deal squandered like that, what can you do, right? First off, right, walk on the creep. That's what I was just going to say is without Spirit Hearts, we can't guarantee ourselves any kind of survival of our chances of a deal with the devil if we make a mistake of any sort, including that one right there, so kind of screwed there. So without being able to rely on that, you got to remember that even if we do get a deal with the devil, it could be a bad deal like we just had, or it could be a deal with the angel. It could be a great deal, it could be a bad deal. We got all sorts of things to worry about here. For now, clearly we should mostly just be concerned about our own survival. That's good. Empress is also good. I don't like this. I don't like this setup we got for ourselves here. Yep. Took us out. That's fine. Restart. The Lilith runs, you can't wear me down. I am going to check out our curse room, for better or for worse. And I'm going to say that that's for better, because we need the defensive item. Lilith is in a weird spot, dude. This is not an easy character, and it's just like, I don't want to be the guy calling for buffs. Because I'm always like, the game's too easy. And really, I feel like my losses with Lilith are like, half game-based, half luck-based, and half psychological. Maybe 50% based on the fact that I can't do basic arithmetic as well. But you gotta give Lilith something. What's the bonus as Lilith? You start with an item that makes her not that bad once every 4 rooms. That's not good enough. Not good enough to keep her... If you want her to be a hard character, that's fine. But it's not good enough to keep her, you know, at pace with the other characters in the game. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for as a designer or a developer. Not that angry at best, bud. Contributes to Beelzebub. We're probably going to get hit on occasion, so this helps. But we're kind of in the same boat as we were with Tough Love. We would like to get as lucky as possible. Not esoterically, but like the literal luck stat. The literal luck stat. The literal... If we can get the luck stat, even like 1, maybe I'll say 2, just to get a little ambitious, but... If we can get a luck stat over 0 and start getting Spirit Hearts for getting hit, there's something to be said about this run. I do see the Tinted Rock in there. I'm always sad to lose money, or not Monegle's Power, but Midas Touch, by the way. Midas Touch, like, straight up, no low-key, no high-key, just regularly one of my favorite items in the game. Sure, it requires some enabling, but when it pops, dude. So I'm very disappointed to see that one go, but I love to watch it leave. Now, if I could just get you to stand still for like mark a second. That's a microsecond, but to Markiplier. He experiences time just slightly differently than the rest of us. We're going to head down here. If you could stand still for just a mark a second, we could have killed you no time flat. We shouldn't check that yet. But if you... This is a trap, by the way. We don't want to use Box of Friends here, because this enemy is easy enough. Box of Friends is just going to make this guaranteed kill take half as much time. So we're better off to do things that way. As annoyed as I am that we can't seem to pop off early as Lilith. This is a tough one as well. We have to play right. We can't just be like, oh, the run is hard and, oh, the troll engine's screwing us. So those guys don't block shots. That's just how that works. More power to you, I suppose. Which means we can't just go to the curse room willy-nilly, and we are going to take damage there, so we're going to ruin our deal with the devil chance, but don't throw it away. And also, don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. We got another familiar, and that's an okay pickup as Lilith. Now we do have the ability, and it's a little bit shaky in here, but we do have the ability to go into this room and just don't get hit. For God's sake. There's a spirit heart. It made it worthwhile. We'll go pick up Yum Heart. And by the way, Lord knows, I'm tempted to get rid of Box of Friends. It's like slightly better than bad, which is why I keep it around here. But if we can get Shoop the Whoop, I'm all over it. I think I'm past the point where I'm like, we gotta, as a Polyon, you keep the void, because you're like, I want to keep the original flavor of the character. On this one, I'm like, we gotta win, so, sorry. It's the built-in Zane factor we gotta get over. Nice job. Okay, so our luck stat's still not good, but we have a trinket that I'm quite fond of. The more bombs we can get, the merrier, no question. Should we use a bomb to get 2 bombs? If you answered no, first off, you're a player after my own heart. Secondly, you are wrong, but you probably know it. So you know what? Keep doing you. I respect that kind of, like, brazen confidence. So we squandered, yeah, we, like, royally squandered that, but let's give this one a try. So we gotta remember we're on challenges now. We actually can do a donation machine play. We could blow up our donation machine. We also apparently get Best Bud activated when we use Box of Friends. It's not like 10 out of 10, but it's a pretty useful little value add I hadn't considered before. Deal with the Devil does not exist and does not deserve to exist. Toothpicks is great, though. So I think we should go through the rest of this floor. Look for a secret room. A secret room in particular is really nice for us if it contains some money. These are 2 of the same pill, which means, especially with the Tinted Rock, we should go for it. Because if they're bad, we'll only take 1. If they're good, we'll take 2. The other one's not worth going for. It's bad gas. Still, I think it was worth a try. It's probably our secret room right here. Well, it's 50-50. And we got the wrong 50 in that one. Grab this. Humbling Bundle. You gotta go with it. If we have to blow up our donation machine to get Humbling Bundle, that's like a 10 out of 10 easiest decision I'll make today. Well, that's not true. The easiest decision I'll make today is what to have for breakfast. All we had is cereal. So I said to myself, am I going to have cereal or nothing? And I said cereal. You might say nothing, but for me, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I always, you know, people have stopped coming to me for advice. First off, it's never good, I guess, if you're looking for advice, if the first thing someone says to you is like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I just find it honest, though. Like, that's an honest bit of advice. People are like, what would you do in this situation? And I'm like, well, first off, I'm kind of an idiot, but here's what I would do. They're like, no, don't tell me like that. Tell me like you're an authority figure. It's all about the therapy to the person who wants the advice for whatever reason. I don't get that. But secondly, I always say things that they don't want to hear. Like, whenever someone's like, oh, I'm feeling kind of bad today. I'm like, did you eat breakfast? They're like, yeah. I'm like, did you eat lunch? Like, yeah. I'm like, what'd you have? Oh, I had, a bag of chips with a sandwich. There's your problem. Try having a piece of fruit instead. See how that sorts you out. Well, that's not really germane to the problem right now, NL. But just okay. I mean, you might be right, but tell me tomorrow. Mix it up tomorrow and tell me if the same thing's happening. I might be a bad friend. I don't know. I think I'm a bad friend to talk to if you have real problems. Because I'm just, I'm like... Many of you are probably not that comfortable talking to children. I understand, but before I taught, I was kind of in the same boat where I'm like, you always try to reason with children as if they're adults, because you feel weird putting on a baby voice, like it demeans them somehow, and then you get over it eventually. You just go, oh right, you're not an adult, so I can go like, hey, what you got there, slugger? A baseball card? A baseball card? Wow. You know, if you did that to an adult, you get punched in the face. You spend like our entire adolescence learning not to talk to people like that, but anyway. That's how I feel talking to adults who are under emotional distress. When they're like, I had a really bad day. I'm like, you know, what's the problem there, slugger? Oh, they foreclosed on your house, huh? Well, that's too bad. You know, it's a problem I should work to fix. I'm not like emotionless, but just get uncomfortable around other people's emotions is the thing. So we've squandered our deal with the devil yet again. I blame myself, and by myself I mean I'm gonna say that I blame myself, but internally I'm blaming the game because I would... How many of you are there here? Too many is the answer. I would really like to hit an item room or a shop or find a single tinted rock on this floor because, you know, how am I supposed to be expected to protect myself? Can't even hit the enemies because of the fact that, you know, we're Lilith in the first place, and then, you know, I digress. Okay, let's just move along here. We will fight the boss. The only reason not to fight the boss is if we think we're gonna die, or I guess, ooh, okay, we will not fight the boss. Although, it might be for the best to fight the boss. Should use more bombs in combat, too. Not a secret room. Alright, we can take this boss. As long as he doesn't accidentally hit us with our own bomb. I like our odds here. And we should really, like, bomb up. Okay, we got lucky. Damage is getting pretty good, but still, like, survivability is an issue. We do have Gimpy, but the butt is pretty obvious there. We're not really crushing it from a luck standpoint. We can afford to use bombs quite frequently because we have a lot of them. And if we can use the bomb to damage an enemy, that was an extremely lucky dodge. If we can use a bomb to damage an enemy and also give us a chance at, like, getting a penny, well, that's pretty lucky. Then we usually will get our bomb back, or at least we'll have a decent chance to, so try something like this, and I'll use 2 bombs to get 2 cents. I think it could be worth it. I mean, with Humbling Bundle, if it gives us a bomb, it will give us 2 bombs, and now that I think about it, so... Oh, it just got both bombs anyway. Oh, well, it could give you a troll bomb. That's the outcome nobody considered. We're in this weird position where if you look at the items on the right side of the screen, you'd be saying, this is an amazing run. And then I say it's Lilith, and you go, oh, okay, say no more. It's a little jacked. Just because it's hard to hit the enemies in the first place. So I think we blow this up. Obviously we gotta donate a lot to it as well, but we gotta strike a balance. So we'll take the extra spirit heart. The entire reason for that is just trying to keep our deal with the devil chances alive. You know, 1 brimstone could set the world on fire here. So there goes the 1 spirit heart we purchased. Maybe we could use some speed or something, like... The run's just missing a certain je ne sais quoi. Yeah, good player, man, in the keyboard. Power pill. None of that was really worth it. Ooh, or was it? Speed up. Let's, still, okay, fine, let's go. I'll give you a let's go for that. It's not a happy let's go. It's not the most excited let's go I've ever had, but it's a let's go. Not a secret room. Secret room? Might as well look, dude. It's free bombs if we get it. If there's money inside. Well, there's literally free bombs inside. It's like the game told a well-crafted joke. Subverted my expectations. Paralysis pill. Magic mushroom, please. I'm begging you. Well, you know the run's not that good, because despite all the great items we got, we're behind schedule. And it's not like we've been doing particularly, you know, incredible stuff. So we head down. There is an out for us here. There's an amazing play on the next floor, and it revolves around getting an arcade. Just give me that arcade. And possibly remember to use Box of Friends more frequently. It's a range up. Okay with that. Puzzle room. If I get hit on this one, it's 100% me. Battery charge. Okay. There's a lot of items I would give up Box of Friends for at the present moment. Wow, that was extremely close. I'm gonna use it here, but I would give up Box of Friends for Book of Revelations, Satanic Bible, the Nail, anything that gives us HP, basically. Ooh, okay, thank you. Can we get a little action here? Ooh, lucky us. And then, like, extremely unlucky us mere moments later. Just escape. What do I want to see from a deal with the devil? Weirdly enough, I always want offense, but I don't really want offense right now. I don't want it the most. If they're gonna give us, like, Brimstone or Mom's Knife, sign me up. But, I would love to get, like, Dark Bum. We're gonna get a lot of red hearts thanks to Gimpy. Dark Bum could allow us to make the, like, biggest use of them. If we're talking item rooms, Pyromaniac is, like, a really, really good, bit of fun for us here. Makes it tough for us to die despite having very little HP. This is bad. But offense isn't really our problem. Everything else is. And also, it is a little bit. Still, like, offense isn't our biggest problem, but it's probably not, like, MVP territory here. And a lot of it's been my own fault, admittedly, but game's kind of got to meet us halfway here. I guess giving us a bunch of really, really decent items is not meeting us halfway in my world, because I'm entitled. Well, I am a millennial, after all. Why won't the millennials stop complaining that the houses in their neighborhood are $1.1 million? Okay. Hagalaz. Hierophant is 10 out of 10. Hagalaz. I'm gonna look for some magic mushies. We didn't get any. Explosive diarrhea. We left in the middle of that explosive diarrhea going off. Because, you know, honestly, I'll stay for the fart, but I'm not around to handle the mess that comes later. I'm a millennial, after all. Okay, now, good job, good job. Item room. Be kind. That's kind. Offensive item. Honestly, like, not all damage upgrades are created equal. And this one is one of the better ones, but it's also after we've gotten a bunch of pretty good ones. So I'm not looking to give Torch in the mouth. I'm always happy to have extra damage, but, you know, I think it means a little bit less to go from, like, 5 to 7 damage than it does to go from 3.5 to 5 in the first place. Thank you, Gimpy. Just not saying it's bad. It could have been a lot worse. For example, it could have been Magic Fingers again for the 20th time. No Tinted Rocks. It had to be a Curse of the Lost on the run where I needed to find an arcade too, right? Just remember, you know, I'm trying to remake my Isaac habits here. One thing we should do is play slower. Like, we have no reason to play quickly on this run. Unless you got somewhere to be. Because we've already done Boss Rush. Hush would be fine. I can't remember if we've done it or not. More damage. And we will take it. It's very risky, but I think Gimpy mitigates the risk somewhat. That being said, now we can't take advantage of an arcade as much, so I'm going to head down to the next floor. We're at the tier cap, I think. I don't think we've gotten anything that's busted that open for us yet. I think you stick with Burnt Penny here. And we're just going to rely on, like, sheer killing power, I guess. That's what this run's going to come down to. And honestly, the stats are built for it right now. 8.5 damage on the Depths 1, really good. Rate of fire cap, literally can't get better until we pick up some enablers. Spacebar item leaves a little bit to be desired, but every now and then it gets a little bit lonely as it's never coming around. And Trinket, I still think there's a game-changing moment left in this burnt penny, but I don't know if I'll be alive to see it here. Power Pill, dude. Power Pill is, like, exactly decent. I'm mad at myself, but I should have known that that could have happened. Throw a bomb in here. We don't really need keys. We don't have Guppy's tail, so the keys are fairly unlikely to ever require the amount that we have right now. Although I might be lucky if they do. Who knows what that could mean for us. This is the worst. Like, enemies who suffer knockback and also drift, like, they're unhittable. It's like in Fast and the Furious 3 Tokyo Drift when Lil Bow Wow says, if you can get up to 120 kilometers an hour, or what is that? It's like, if you get up to 80, the police won't even try to catch you, man. And I was like, yeah, that sounds legit. That's like, if you commit too many murders, the police are like, he's too dangerous to try to lock up. This seems like one of those things that I'm ignorant in, and maybe there actually is like a precedent for like, yeah, they don't chase you because it's too dangerous to the other pedestrians. But at the same time, when Lil Bow Wow says it in the third Fast and the Furious movie, you go, I gotta see some sources on that one. So we've been taking some damage. We did get an HP upgrade pill, which is really nice. Predominantly survivability, but maybe fuel for a deal with the devil. But we gotta be very cautious with the deals with the devil we take at this point, because as we learn from so many of these challenges, like, we can pretty easily screw ourselves by just having a little bit too much hubris. The shop is actually where we want to be, so I'm happy with this. Don't give me greed unless you're gonna give me like Steam sale and then restock on the next floor. Compass is fine. No, dude, we're going Jar of Flies. And Compass, but we're going Jar of Flies over nice-ish. Over Box of Friends because it's actually more useful. We should probably reroll Box of Friends because it's free. And that ended up being garbage because it gave us some Mr. whatever his name is. In this game, it's not Mr. Meeseeks, so. Because they get sued. Maybe, I don't know. Adult Swim seems like one of those companies that at first glance doesn't seem like they'd litigate, but you would be just that much more betrayed if they did, right? You'd be like, I thought you were cool! You made Aqua Teen Hunger Force! I wonder what it's like to be like a lawyer at Adult Swim. Or at the firm that Adult Swim retains. Well, the talent, Eric Andre, smashed a plate on his head in front of our client, Lauren Conrad, and blah, 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 blah. You're probably just like, okay. Oh, good. So Jar of Flies is actually worthless. Jar of Flies gives us one fly. Because it's Incubus getting the kills, not me. Or maybe it was just broken for a second there, because now it appears to be working. Who knows? So we're on Depths 1 still. I don't know. 2 keys for 80 bombs. Who cares? Please be luck upgrades, dude. Health up. These health ups are out of control. Give me some HP back. I do want Blood Bag. I really want IV Bag as well. So we can't obviously get both. But, Blood Bag. Speed and HP, obviously. IV Bag. Gimpy plays. Activating, Swarm Protector as well. Come on. Just a single, like, Gimpy payout would be worth my while here as well. That was so dumb. I just stood in the eye of the storm. Let it happen. Okay, we got plenty of bombs, so just use them, get out. Use them, break the wrist, walk away. Break the wrist, walk away. I don't know why it's been such a challenge to get a winning Eden run. Sorry, a winning Lilith run. Partly bad play, admittedly, but Blood Bag, we got it, and I'm content. I mean, we went from 0 HP to 4 HP on one floor, so somebody up there likes me. It'd be hard for us to argue the opposite in this case. We're doing great work even without Box of Friends. Remember, we're gonna miss Box of Friends when we're not using it, but it was also like only available once every 4 rooms, so don't let that trick you. Speed upgrade is a speed upgrade. I think at this point you probably know how to judge those for yourself. Situational. We're kind of still in a little bit of a holding pattern, but the 4 HP from one floor, they weren't gifts. I mean, we worked for it. One of them was the item room, so there's an opportunity cost. So one of them we worked on that blood bank. I really thought we had the speed to make it out there. But the fact that they existed was like a huge plus regardless. So you got a good deal with the devil chance here. Don't squander it. So many things could just make your dreams come true. I still don't... So Jar of Flies is garbage. It just does not work. Luckily, we got one more shop. If it has greed, I'll be a little cheesed off. How? Incubus, are you working for... You're like a double agent? Splinter Cell or otherwise? Oh my god. Okay. I can't be too cheesed, lest I get a reputation for being a little cheesy. But where's my blood bank? Relax. It's kind of like a pivotal part of my plan. It's okay. Item room and shop. Whenever the item room and shop are together, you know there's gonna be trouble. I don't know. So I'm working. You might be wondering why I got quiet there. In my head right now, after saying like, when they get together, you know there's gonna be trouble. I was like, there's got to be like a movie tagline in there. You've got to take Conehead, HP, well, Spirit Heart. Plus, it gives you damage negation. You gotta go Chaos. Two of Clubs. Ancient Recall is a bunch of cards. Two of Diamonds. Moon card. Judgment. That's a luck upgrade, right? No, it's just... Well, we're not doing anything else with our money, so... in my head, I was like, there's gotta be like a movie name that could use that. When they get together, you know there's gonna be trouble. So in my head, I was like, they're neighbors, and the movie could be called like Adjacent, but then I was like, what if you made it one of the Friday the 13th movies? That's right, Adjacent Voorhees. But it took me a long time to put those pieces together in my head. I don't care what you give me, just give me anything for like the trouble of being here. Sure, that's actually completely okay. I just don't care about a devil card. So there's a couple of things I'm running in the old noggin right here. One of them is bombs might, and clearly do, activate Jar of Flies. So we want to use those. Even if we just use them to store up flies for the boss fight. Trust me when I say I'm not happy with that. But I don't understand why an Incubus kill doesn't count as getting the kill anyway. Oh, because you're not getting the kill. Well, I'm also not getting the kill when I drop a bomb on an enemy. Oh, yeah, it's your bomb. Well, it's my Incubus. No, the Incubus, he has his own sense of agency. Okay, whatever you say. Incredibly convoluted straw man argument I made up in my own head. You're not even real. Okay? That's why a straw man's logical fallacy is because I exist and it doesn't. So, suck on that. I made myself mad with my own counter-argument. Well, I am a millennial. Okay. Good work. Go for the easy mode. Take it. I mean, why not at this point, I guess? We got Leviathan, which is huge. I was looking for Beelzebub. We got Leviathan, so now we can fly. Our damage is really good. And dude, low-key, Compass is the greatest of all of our pickups here. The less rooms we do, the better. Low-key, probably best played by Thomas Hiddleston, in In my assessment, at least. Thor, Chris Hemsworth, this joke's going nowhere. Much like Thor the Dark World at the box office, right? Hi-yo. That movie came out like 7 years ago. We actually got teleported via Curse of the Maze. Are we gonna go Curse Room? Would you go Curse Room? Because I'm probably gonna go Curse Room. Originally, the answer was gonna be no, because it's more sane to avoid it, but we can fly, so we're only gonna get hit once, as long as like we don't get hit by enemies on the room. This is like the weirdest run, because if it was any other character, we would have gotten carried. This run is like, you know, I mean, 9 damage, 5 rate of fire. That's all you need to know, along with really good HP. So it should be winnable for anybody. But Lilith is the only wild card we got in this situation. You gotta peep this room, there's no question. Even if only to, like, replenish your bomb supply. Wouldn't mind getting, like... I mean, Guppy's head would be better than Jar of Flies. No such luck. No troll bombs, please. Thank you. And this guy stands no chance. Definitely, we are not going to the Hush fight. Like, I might actually be content to try, but we're just not going to make it in time, I think. Oh, Tinted Rock, too. Small Rock would be so good. We got the speed necessary to absorb the loss, but... Oh, okay. That's why I love Curse of the Maze. You get attached to the idea of moving somewhere, and then, nope, surprise. You're going nowhere. Wait, let me try that again. Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes! 3 minutes of playtime. Which my college roommate maintains to this day. We had, like, an actual argument. He maintains to this day it's 3 minutes of me time, and I will never forget that we watched it. You can watch Macho Man Randy Savage's mouth. He says, play. He makes a plosive. He goes on IMDb to check, and the IMDb quote, submitted probably by him like 2 hours earlier, said 3 minutes of me time. And thus he used that as like the feather in his cap for the whole argument, despite reality. Never meet your heroes, kids. He's a pretty cool guy. Alright. We'll continue working towards Beelzebub for no reason. Oh, we got Lord of the Flies, which is Beelzebub. Unlocked something in the game, so it turns out it wasn't for no reason. It was just for not a great reason. We got something unlocked in the game. Still kind of, at this point, like, let's shy away from our curse rooms, I think. We might need... this might be the only HP we get, so... might as well lean on it as much as we can. Jar of Flies is only even like a little competent. That was such a bad dodge. Is only even a little competent here because of the fact that we have homing butt bombs and also like 83 of them. So you might be unhappy with this one. I'm not intending to fight Hush. We will almost certainly get the chance, which is a big surprise to me. But I'm not, it's not on my to-do list. Definitely won't be backtracking. Health up is so good. Range up is just fine, but still, thanks for asking. What were you doing there, homing shot? I gotta know. I gotta see the targeting code. Just find something and kind of go in a circle around it. Land of confusion. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be fighting Hush. Goathead Baby has appeared in the basement. That is a co-op baby sprite that maybe gives the main player the goat head. I don't know. I've played a ton of co-op. I might be in the running for having played the most Isaac co-op on Earth via, you know, Kate's YouTube videos, shows, streams, Anti-Birth, Rebirth, Afterbirth, Afterbirth Plus, etc., etc. I still have almost no idea what the baby mechanics are like. There are probably people out there who have me beat in hours, but I I imagine that like 80% of people who own Isaac have never booted up co-op, so it's like being a doubles tennis player, you know? Just by virtue of having played quite a lot of singles. I don't know where I'm going with that metaphor, but Daniel Nestor, right? We don't want to open that. I'm actually, like, again, scared for my life on this one. And I think I should be. Good card. Not a good card at this point. I think I should be. 4 HP is, you know, just enough. It's the most dangerous lead in Isaac. That's what they always say. And as the John Madden of Isaac, I think I'm content to say it. Let's go down here. Can't bomb our way through the big room. That makes me very sad. 2 extra spirit hearts is going to go a long way towards making things work here, though. Lord of the Flies is also allowing us to occasionally generate flies. I respect it. It's not quite the same. You know, it doesn't make up for Jar of Flies not working. Basically at all. But, it's a start. It's a little bit of a mea culpa. Sorry, I've never seen Home Alone. Is Mia Culpa the lead child actor? Okay, thank God for homing bombs, because Incubus is knocking these ones, like, way out of left field. Or into left field? I don't know. Little League didn't have righties that pull. It's alright. We lost our Spirit Arts, but you can never take away our freedom. Also, you can't take away the fact that I still got 61 butt bombs here. I can't believe that we got Gimpy and 0 luck. You see how many pennies we picked up over the course of this run? Luck ups just don't exist. No luck up pills. No magic scabs. Shouldn't have stood there. We should not pick up the Spirit Heart, actually. We should let it go. In fact, you might think I'm crazy here, but we actually can afford to take... No, we can't. I was gonna say we could afford to take a hit. I'm gonna do it anyway. I was trying to get Gimpy to pay out. No. We'll do that. There will come a time where we will luck into a a Lilith run that's just great, and then we'll do that. But Rune Bag appearing in the basement is actually a really great item. HP, stop watching the card. Not that good. Card is the moon. The HP is nice, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to be, well, I'm not happy for that, but I'm happy to be a little closer maybe to where the boss fight is going to take place. I'm still scared. We did not get carried. At least not as much as I would have liked to have. Did I put enough conjunctions in there? At least not as much as I would have liked to have. Like to have. There we go. It sounded right, but I couldn't shake the lingering suspicion something with that sentence was incorrect. Okay. It's a long road, and we also don't expect to get many / any, it's close. Items, due to our, again, kind of anemic luck stat. We're gonna try, though. And hey, man, the occasional, broken stopwatch working out in our favor is fine by me. Sure, some rooms are probably gonna be, larger as a result, or sorry, faster as a result. Got the wrong Daft Punk lyric there. But this room being a little easier is A-okay by me. Still got 36 bombs. One for every chamber in the Wu-Tang Clan. And HP we might want eventually. For now, this is like... I don't know if I've ever seen a run with stats like this be this underwhelming. It's like, yeah, we got great everything, and it sucks. But we've already unlocked some parts of the Post-it note as Lilith. Shouldn't have picked that up yet. We're a little bit of a sloppy play. We've already unlocked some parts of the Post-it note as Lilith, and I think we're going to get the big one here as well. It's like absolutely useless. But I'm a logical man, and at some point I have to think that if we're getting bad seeds over and over, there's a point at which I could believe that we're just getting hit by bad variants. And then there's a point at which I'm like, okay, I gotta look internally and see what I'm doing wrong here. I'm not even gonna, oh, I thought that was a double blue baby fight there for a second, but I'm not even gonna go back and pick up the HP yet, because if we get hit here, and we did, I would like to not lose spirit hearts, because they're harder to replenish, and there's plenty of red hearts back there, so better to give ourselves the maximum chance to get good stuff from Gimpy without losing the good stuff we already hold. Sick. And now I'm not gonna go back at all. And my master plan is revealed, but our HP ended up being fine there. So we should not be able to lose here. Lord of the Flies is actually working out okay. We're generating some flies for ourselves. We've also taken way more hits than I'd like to admit here. Let's put a cork in that, like ASAP. How sad that I'm looking at this run and going, if only we had Box of Friends. We gave it up for Jar of Flies, which sucked. We gave that up for Deck of Cards, which might have actually sucked worse. At least we got some flies out of Jar of Flies. Deck of Cards gave us resources we can't even use. Well, it did teleport us as well, so maybe there's a case, but alright, we made it. No sir, not today. We've done it. We unlocked Camby and Conception. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, and of course subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.